And a prominent figure in D'Iberville has passed away. Jeremy Forehand lost his fight with cancer Monday after an 8-year battle. Will Poston spoke with friends and family to shine a light on his life.
Jeremy Forehand is a former D'Iberville football player, one of the voices of Warrior football, and someone who breathed and bled black and gold. He left his mark on the city and the school, and though his family and friends are still grieving, they found time to speak with me today and share what made him so special.
You wouldn't have known that he was sick until recently. He had the most positive attitude, and he was able to live a normal life with his treatment.
No matter if he was having a bad day or if he was feeling kind of not well that day, he was still going to be there for us.
We knew he had cancer. We knew he was living with that, but he didn't dwell on that. That didn't define him. That was just something that he was dealing with. I'm sure some people saw it. I'm sure his family saw some of it, but I never saw it. Jeremy was always he was just a champ. He was always Jeremy.
He was always, just about the kids, and helping them to get noticed, seen, and really to make them feel appreciated.
Whatever the sport was, we'd always, I'd always call him and say, hey, guess who made the team, or hey, who's the new coach, or, things like that. So we would, have that in common. I said, and that's going to be one thing that, I'll miss the most.
He would come up here to the high school after the games, or before, during the practice week, and interview the kids. He would interview them after the games. He did little things like that to make them feel special, to make them feel important. You don't replace that.
With his girls, he never got to have a son. So a lot of ways I feel, like I was his son. And just, I want to make sure I continue to, his legacy and everything that he meant to D'Iberville football.
We couldn't go to Walmart or almost anywhere without him running into someone he knew, or even when we go on vacation or visit other places, he would just randomly talk to people, and it would kind of get us to be, out of our shell.
Our friends started calling him King D'Iberville. Like, everybody just called him. I mean, you can't think of D'Iberville without thinking about Jeremy Forehand and his family.
I can't remember a time when Jeremy was not involved in some way, either as a player or as just a contributor, a community contributor.
When you're grieving, it helps a lot for, to know that he was loved and he meant a difference in not only our lives, but everybody else's lives as well.
I'm just so thankful for how many people have been behind us and been supporting us throughout the years, but especially right now.
And I'm going to do my best, as long as I'm ever here, to make sure that he's someone that we always remember and hold dear to our hearts.
If more people were like him, more folks would come to games, more kids would play, this would be a better world. It really would.
If he could help anybody out, he would. And so he's just the best. For me, he's just the best man I've ever met and ever will meet.